So CBR600F2. This is a 1993 Honda CBR600F2. And in its current configuration. And we're going with a very minimalistic ignition system. This is about as stripped down as you can get. Kind of like a raceback. There's no key. I don't do keys. It's a waste of time. Where's my keys? Screw that. People don't steal from me. I'm not usually not careless enough to get my bike stolen, but it almost sleeps with me. So what had happened? Yeah, was the main toggles used to be here, or a secondary toggle. I had a main toggle down here, which I never used. Which is basically going to be this one, and there's going to be no toggle at the bars. A little dangerous, but you know, it is what it is. The only long wires are going to be 2 wires going to the push button. That's it. And this is going to be exposed to where I can trace everything. If there is yet another roadside busy intersection ignition failure, which I am not, I'm making very sure that it's not going to happen again. And if it does, it's going to be a quick roadside fix and gone. I don't like being disabled because one little piece of wire came out. What had happened was it was just rotted bad by me, and here at the toggle that here, what had happened was it was working intermittently. Sometimes it wouldn't start. You know, I'd kill the motor at intersections because I haven't got the fan hooked up yet because I just want to ride, and so I'll kill the motor at the intersection on a hot day. And then sometimes I go to turn it back on and nothing's happening. And I found out later that the toggle I had here next to the throttle and push button start, one of the wires had come loose just from turning the handlebar. So there's really only going to be 2 electrical pieces of wires coming off of these handlebars, these clip-ons. It's going to be this and the front brake switch. Why, yes, those are ASB. That is an ASB lever. I don't have an ASB over here, but I need to get one. I really do. I like these. I don't know why. I just like their levers. So that toggle has been 86'd. There's going to be 1 toggle switch. I do have a battery. Well, I'm not going to show you what a battery cutoff is, but it's a secret battery cutoff. You know, if I'm parked somewhere, I really don't. I'm going to take my eyes off my bike. So this is about the most stripped down version you can get of a electronic ignition system, or not electronic ignition system on an F2. This is it. 1 long wire, that's the push button, which, like I said, is not going to be buried anywhere. It's going to be exposed all the way from here to here. It's going to go to the center, and it's going to come out here. I'm not going to mess around with wires getting yammied up, you know, in there. It's going to come out through the center. Very simple as I can possibly make it. There's my drink holder. This one's for really big drinks. You notice that? I know it's open, but you put a big container there and hold it. I go to Wendy's sometimes at lunch for work. Put my soda here and burger and fries in the backpack and go. This is what starts the bike. No key. There's a push button, aftermarket push button, which has been this was also mangled on my last setup. I'm glad I ordered 2 of these because I squashed the wire in the other one too. So this is very robustly that it's stiff. I mean, I put shrink wrap, and then I put this electrical tape over it. I don't know, I might hit it again more shrink wrap. Just make it's stiff. I mean, it's hard. That's going to be hard to break that, and it's not going to be. But I was an idiot because I squashed it with another handlebar mount. So there's the push button, and the one and only toggle. So we're going from so here we have, where's my pointer? You're up. Screwdriver, you're up. and the positive terminal is disconnected from the battery. You have your so your this is the heart of what we're doing here. Here's your starter solenoid relay, positive battery terminal coming in. This is powering the headlight. I believe, yeah, that's headlight, blue for headlight. Positive battery terminal coming in, positive going through and out to, this is going to the starter motor. 30 amp main fuse. 4-pin starter solenoid relay per Honda manufacturing standards. Color coding, wire cutter, electrical wire cutter, color coding. So your 4-pin starter relay has your, if I'm standing on the clutch lever side of the bike, the shifter side of the bike, looking over, we're peering over, you know, there's the front of the bike, there's the rear of the bike. So that's our POV. So with that POV, yeah, with that POV, you have upper left, lower left, 4-pin starter solenoid relay, upper left, lower left, upper right, lower right. Per Honda manufacturing standard color wiring, electrical wiring color code, upper left is going to be green and red. Green with a red stripe, I believe. Yeah, green with a red stripe. Red, white, yellow, red. Okay. So upper left pin, green, red stripe. That's ground. This is a replacement, so it's not green, red. This is going straight to the battery negative terminal. Lower left is going to be solid red. That's always hot. So this is connected inside. It's connected directly to the battery positive. So this is always hot red. Upper right is yellow red, yellow wire, red stripe. That is going to terminal A on your starter button. And that's, yeah, so there's that. And then lower right is red wire with white stripe, red, white, and that is going straight to 87 on the on your on the relay. And we have my head mechanic, his boss just showed up. Just kind of making sure everybody's busy. What's going on, boss? Everything all right? You gonna get a raise this maybe this summer sometime? What do you think? What do you think, old girl? Big mama. So here's our starter solenoid relay. There's our relay, 5-pin relay. I'm going to use 4. Toggle. How do I manage that? Oh wow, I didn't even put the battery in on this thing. Oh, that's alright. This is still, well, this is powered. This is constant red. This is already powered for the battery, so it's constant red, constant hot. 15 amp fuse to pin 30 on the relay. And again, your green red is grounded. Yellow red, which is your ignition, your starter motor. So start button pin A is going to your starter motor. Starter button pin B is going to 87 on the relay. Coils 87 relay, red, white down here. 87 on the relay. So that's green, red, ground, upper left, lower left. Your solid red. Remember, your red is always hot. Solid red. Going to 15 amp fuse, going to pin 30 on the relay. Actually, I should mount this relay right now. And let's get green, red, ground, red, always hot, going to 15 amp fuse to pin 30 on the relay. Yellow, red, going to, yellow, red is going to pin A on the start button. And then the red white pin, red white line is going to 87 on your relay, on your second relay, coils of relay. So this is it right here. This is what starts the bike. That's all I need right here. Doesn't get much more stripped down than that unless I put the button down here, but I like my button next to the throttle, so I can, if I wanted to hold in the clutch and give it a little throttle and hit the button all at the same time, not a problem when it's right there. Again, the button's the only long wire in the system, and it's going to be pretty much constantly exposed. It's going to be on the top of the pile of wires coming in on this main feed coming from the front of the handlebars, with all the lights and all the other crap. Not too much other stuff. I mean, this is basically a race bike with a headlight, tail light, and a license plate. Okay, so push button start. Here's 4-pin relay. And this should work for most bikes. This is a carbureted motorcycle. There is no CPU on this bike. There's no computer except for maybe the spark unit. But that's not really a computer. Okay, so here's our secondary relay, ignition relay. Here's 87. Hang on. So pin 30. Yeah, pin 30. That's probably the most important pin. Nothing's going to happen without that. That's your power coming in. Toggled power from the one and only toggle. Some guys run 5 freaking toggle switches that don't run keys because they just don't want their bike to get stolen. Trust me, if somebody wants to steal your bike, they're going to take it. If you're not there to intervene, they're going to take it. If they want your bike bad enough and they're professional bike thieves, they're going to take it. I don't care what you do. Lock it down, weld it down, duct tape it to a light pole, they'll take it. So toggle A. Okay, so oh wait a minute. I've updated this configuration since then. That's okay. That's not updated. So toggle. Yeah, I'll just say call this toggle A. So toggle A is receiving power straight from so this is your constant hot pin, lower left. So it's going to constant hot, and it's splitting. So it's going. So it's got the battery feeding in, power coming in via the lower left pin on the starter solenoid relay. This is hot, constant, 15 amp fuse supposedly, maybe a 10 amp in there right now. Going to toggle A. Also being shared on toggle A is where is this going? Yeah, this is going to. Why is this plugged off? Oh wait. Okay, that's just cut off. That's not going to be used. I had to reconfigure because AI told me how to do 3 different setups. It told me last night how to do a setup, AI, on Google. And then today I said, okay, I built this thing. This is how it's set up. I said, oh, that ain't going to work. You're going to melt. You're going to fry your system. And I'm like, you told me to do it this way last night. And you're right. It could be me. And then he did it again. He gave me another whole setup. And I told him, okay, I did it. Here's the set. And he goes, oh no, that's not going to work. Dude, you just you just told me. So it was pretty funny, and he finally got it right. Or it, he, she, it, AI. Toggle A to receiving power from the battery, fusible link. Toggle B is going to both. 2 wires coming from toggle B to both 30 power in on the secondary relay, ignition relay, and also 86. So again, toggle A, that'd be the A tab on the toggle switch, is receiving power, constant power from the red tab, lower left tab pin on the star solenoid relay. Power going in, constant, and it's off right now. As soon as you turn it on, sorry, I didn't get the dramatic. As soon as you turn it on, oh, that was weak. Anyhow, as soon as you turn it on, this will send power to power in your relay. Because while it's off, there's no power going to the relay, no power going to any part of the system or the push button. So once power is on, power on the ignition system, red going to pin 30, that's power in pin 30, and black, that's black going to pin 86. 86 is an actuator. That's in action. This is power. It's getting power. And then this is the actuator that's actually causing the gate to close on pin 87, because pin 87 is sending power, a signal power, out to your device, or devices in this case. 85 is ground. So you got 30. Okay, we got pin 30. That's power in. Pin 86. And they're configured, you can tell because 87 and 87A are horizontal, if you're looking at this configuration. And all the rest of the pins, 30, 86, 85, are all vertical. As you can see, I'm not going to unplug them, but you'll know that. So if you're looking at it at this angle, with the mounting tab down, you have a vertical pin in the center bottom, that's 30, that's power in. You have a vertical pin to the left, that's pin 86, that's your actuator, that's your action pin. Another pin to the right of it, vertical, is your ground. This needs to be grounded. 87A has been taped off, not being used. 87 is going to be our 3 devices in this case. So I tested this at work with some test lights and blah blah blah. And I'm pretty confident it's going to work because everything is working at work. Set up a ground for this, I guess. Yeah. So one ground there. Oh, yeah, so 85 is going to be grounded, and oh boy, oh that's right, so green red is already grounded. I don't have to do nothing with that. And so see what I can, how are we doing here? I'm going to mount both this and the push button to the clip-on handlebars. I'm going to mount this next to the star solenoid. Be right back.